Hello, beautiful people. My name is Grace So Amazing. So I want to invite you to be a part of my inner circle. All right. So I am a life and personal development coach. What I do is I help people build systems, and what I mean by building systems is something that looks like habits that can help you achieve your goals in 3 critical areas of your life. I'm very, very particular about health and wellness, relationship and family, and career and business. Look, I understand what it means to struggle in all these areas that I have just mentioned, and I am willing to show you how to navigate through tough times. I've been there, and I'm also certified to help you navigate through these trying times. Do not take my word for it. All you need to do is click the link that you can see below and be a part of my inner circle. See you.
Everything you own should not be 100% yours. If not, you don't have a brand. Your brand is not influential. You do, yes.
It's everything you do is just on you.
It's not that you don't have an influential brand. If you've not built influence, if nobody is saying, come and do this, I want to give you this, you don't have a brand. No, let me tell you. You are just starting your journey.
Stretch Street Podcast.
Hello. Welcome, guys, to another episode on Your Voice, Your Impact. This is the energetic EJ, and it's such a pleasure to be here again this week. Welcome to a new week. How was your weekend? I hope your weekend went well. Mine was fantastic. Well, because in case you don't know, last week was my birthday, and I'm still celebrating for the rest of April. So I'm still in celebration mood. I'm still receiving gifts. Thanks to everyone who sent me a gift. You know, I put a link in one of the posts that I made for my birthday, and I added my PayPal link, and I got some gifts. So thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Please, I'm still open to it. You can still check the link and, send something. $1, $5, $10, $100, $500, It's not too bad, right? So celebration continues for the rest of this month. So I'm still accepting happy birthday, even till this morning. Somebody still said, hey, EJ, happy birthday. I'm like, yay, thank you, right? So the rest of April. So you're welcome to today's show. I'm going to bring up my co-host so that we can gist a little bit about our weekend, and then we'll bring up our guest. Apologies ahead of time. The networks are crazy this season. So I hope the network is going to allow us to be great, because regardless, we are still great, but I hope it's going to allow us to talk. All right, let me bring up my co-hosts. Hello. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Julie Begwani on Instagram. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And people on LinkedIn, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Gracie. How are you today?
Hello, happy birthday, girl. Happy birthday, girl. You are in trouble, Lou. The whole of April. Who dedicate? Yes, so that's the whole idea. Yes, I'm happy to be here. Thank God it's Monday. We're here again. We do this every Monday, and I'm beginning to see that we're here to stay, to do this thing for a while.
I can't wait for our anniversary. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Okay. How was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was beautiful. Now. I like so it's now becoming me being very intentional about my weekend, and creating, how they say this life, you are the director of your life. So if you want to write a rotten script, write it. If you want to write a beautiful script, again, it is in your hand. So for me, I have realized that actually that statement is not just a statement. It's something that the more beautiful things you're able to create for yourself, the more beautiful your story would become. So for me, this weekend was beautiful, and the highlight for me was the program I had with my teenagers, my little teens. I have this book club where we read a book and then we come at the end of the day to summarize the book, usually a personal development book that can help them open their minds to start imagining things. So we read Rich Dad Poor Dad. So it was the end of that book and we came out to um the
Like
kids
meet
did a
in person.
presentation. Yes, and then we did
Oh,
a little party. For me, it's service. It's somehow how one is able to give back to these
coming
children.
generation.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Right. So what do we want to see? Let us start building, let us start teaching, let us start giving what we can give. So for me, that was a highlight for me this weekend. That happened on Saturday. And I think there was something else. Oh, wow, yes, advanced leadership training. Okay, I had too many highlights. So I attended a conference that opened my eyes again to some of the things that I have been overly critical about. For me, I was like,
Mm.
where should I be? I'm supposed to be here. And that leadership conference reminded me that, look, you have been doing so well. Don't be too hard on yourself. And I would say for me, that made so much sense because at the end of the day, I was even sorry, I'm distracted a bit here.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
the
yeah.
end
I
of the
see.
day, I was very grateful for this past week.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm grateful. The birthday for me was beyond just a celebration. There were too many highlights, even in the planning of it, in the envisioning of it, and in the manifestation of it, and the kind of people, that God just surrounded me with in that season. And yesterday being Sunday was a great time at church. And God used one of my friends to also just kind of minister to me yesterday as well. So altogether, it was a great weekend, and want to just keep me reminded that God's love for me is beyond words. It's beyond what I can explain in words. I just know it, I feel it, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to express that to people around me, to also extend that love to them. Thank you so much. um okay. I'm not sure about this comment from LinkedIn. Grace, maybe you'll be able to help me use your eyes to say it. Awesome. I see you guys on Instagram. Thank you so much. Dr. Sam Harvard, I see you. Dr. Adeton, I see you. Thank you so much for the hearts and the flowers. God bless you. On yes, Minerva D. Gabriel. I see a comment on LinkedIn. I'm not sure I kind of grab it. Do you? Grace, one important factor about money, not evident on platforms and conversations, is how you grow financially. It's a spirit. Oh, it's a spirit. It has to be lovable for increase. Okay. I think I get the gist a
We've
bit,
never
Abby.
started talking about it. What?
You get the gist, right?
Yeah, I get it. Maybe we would invite Minerva D. Gabriel to come and tell us what he means by that, if it's okay with him
Right?
or her.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, Minerva D. Gabriel. If you are happy to join us in the studio, let me know in the comments. I'll send you the link and you can join us and just be a part of the conversation. I think I like where you're going with this conversation. And I think this is in response to the title of our conversation today, that you are never too young to start making money online. And our guest speaker today is a young champ. He's just 20 years old, already making money online, applying his skills. And again, let me just plug this here. Like, this platform is not just for myself and Grace. We are just kind of forerunners for this platform. It is called Your Voice, Your Impact, right? And it means that all of us have an impact we can make via our stories, our messages, our skills, and knowledge. And for some people, it's just a little bit of discomfort for them to step out and, use their platform. And we're here saying, okay, you know what? We got you. We have been here. We've mastered this art of using our voices every opportunity we get. And we're saying, let us handhold you. Let us be there for you. You might not have the bandwidth to go live on your own platform, right? But we're here. Imagine if you're on this stage with these two beautiful ladies. There's no way. I know the fear will still be there, but it will be reduced because okay, I'm not alone. And that's the invitation we're giving to you to say, come, share your story, share your knowledge, share your expertise. And so we put words out because if you notice, if you've been following us all through March, we were celebrating women. So all our guests in March were women. But then March ended and we wanted to move on. I was like, where are all the men in the building, right? And so I put words out and Phily just jumped on it. And you know what? I'm like, I love his confidence. I said men, and he's a boy. And he's like, please, I'm there. I want to speak. I want to share.
He's not a boy, yo. A 20-year-old man. Boy, Babu.
He's a young man. He's a baby boy. Please,
yeah, he's a young man.
What is the new? 40 is the new man. The 40 is the new adult. Right? But again, for me, it's the boldness, right? The boldness to say, I want to speak. I mean, when I was 20, was I? Okay, I think I was. For me, my case is different. I was already speaking since I was 8, right? So, but the point is, he stepped up and, when I said, okay, what do you want to share? And he's like, see, you're not too young to make money. I'm like, correct. That is a very fantastic one. Let us share your story. Sadly, the network is really, really, really crappy today. And that's why we even started late. So you might not be able to see Phily's handsome face, but you hear his voice, okay? And so, but we want to have the conversation. So bear with us with the network and everything. And it's just such joy for me to bring up on stage this young man. Sorry, I called you boy. Don't worry, you're a man, you're a man. Phily, you're a man, you're a young man, okay? But thank you for stepping up and say, you want to share your own story and you want to share it from this point of telling young people to say you are not too young. And for me, when you said that, I'm like, of course, you're not too young. And you see the network again. And you can also say you are not too old. I remember DDK said this last week when she was also celebrating her birthday. Like, see, you are not too anything to be anything. So you are not too old. You're not too young. You're not too poor. You're not too rich, right? I mean, it's about the mindset to say, I can be anything that I want to be. I can achieve things. Sometimes it might not now be as maybe initially if you have done it young, if you have started earlier in your years, but that you are written off because you are older or you can't try something because you are younger. Not all the time. There are exceptions to every rule because you cannot start driving at 9 years old. I don't think any country allows that, right? Exactly.
I think there are no absolutes, and there are no, there's nothing cast on stone. How people say that you should not this, you should not that. And I'm asking, who set the rule? But importantly, like you said, there are some things, some basic things that it's not because to learn how to drive is bad at age 9.
Impossible.
But it is because are you mature enough to be able to deal with other road users? Are you much? So there are some things, some basic things. Even I'm sure the topic we're going to be discussing today, it will help people see, because some people, I remember having a conversation with my teenage nephew, and I was telling him about, he was like, Auntie, I want to make this, I want to do this. And I was saying that, wait, where are you rushing to? You still have parents giving you money. What is all this, I'm sure we're going to talk about it. And he would help, because this video is very important to me, because as an auntie, I have so many teenagers around me that would want to, because we want to teach our children, want to teach our words, want to teach people the way they taught us. They'll be telling you at that age, what are you looking? Why are you making money? What do you want to do with money and all of that? That's how you will see a 50-year-old man will still be hearing that thing that they told him from when he was a child. you will not have the capability to able to make money. So I
Capacity.
love
Yes.
the capacity. Thank you. So I love that we're going to be having this conversation, and I'm honestly hoping to God that please, this network should be good to
Behave.
us. So Phily, welcome back.
Yeah, Philly, can you hear us? Are you there?
Loud and clear. Good afternoon.
Fantastic. Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Hi, Grace. Hi, EJ. Thank you
Um,
very, very much for having me here. I'm
you
really,
are
really happy.
welcome.
As I
You're
saw the
welcome.
post on EJ's status, I rushed. I was like, me. I didn't think I was going to. I didn't think I was going to have a chance. But when she now replied, I was like, okay, we're going somewhere. Then, boom, we're on stage. The network
I
has
love
tried to show me Shaggy, but no,
You're showing the network shaggy back. I love that. That's the spirit.
exactly.
Okay. Take us on a quick journey of your story. I mean, you're 20. How long or when did you start on this journey of making money, or this even idea of just making money generally as a young man?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Uh, I have not been. I don't think I've been online in the online space for complete 3 years now. It should be 2 years, and I actually started. Okay, the main reason I thought of making money online, of course, was in 2021, the ASU strike, and
Mm,
this normal notion of when you're done with jam or when you're just at home, maybe you're done with exams, that's idea of you have to be doing something. Either you learn sewing, staying at home is like an abomination. So that's I was under that pressure of going to learn sewing. But at that time I knew that no, so I don't know what I just felt in my spirit that this is not what I want to do. Okay, I don't
mm.
want to do so. In as much as it's a good thing, I don't want to do it. So that's 2021. If you people remember, that was when the affiliate marketing business, that was when there was this affiliate marketing boom. Okay,
Boom
it
in
was
Nigeria.
everywhere in
In
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yes. So there was this boom, everybody was hopping on it. And of course I saw it, and I've been in the online space at least for the past 5 months before that time, but it was all these Ponzi schemes, they'll tell you to do
Yeah.
this, bring these people, bring so we're all in our shoes, our security shoes, looking at every other opportunity. But when I saw my friend, there's a time she posted, my classmate actually, she posted on her status that she withdrew 200 and something thousand naira in a week. I was like, no, 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 no. I have to do this. I have to do it. And I hopped on it immediately. Though that was the wrong reason because it didn't keep me in the business for a long time. I was only there for the
Mm.
money. So when I finally purchased the course, it was my mom that actually borrowed money, and
Oh.
she gave me to enroll for it. She was like, okay, if you're sure that this thing will do something for you, take it. I was telling her I'll pay her back. So we
Have you paid?
started. Yeah, yes, 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 I have.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we started. Of course, I joined with the wrong reason to make money. And when I saw the courses, the videos, I took a pause. I took a break for like 2 months. So I remember vividly after I started. Okay, June. I think June 30th, 2021. Or is it 2021 or 2020? Yeah, 2020. Sorry, 2022. 2022. That was the strike period. That was when I sat down and I started designing my first flyer. I think that was the day I became very serious with it. And
Mm.
since then, I dabbled into other different things like Amazon KDP, you know, asking people to pay you for you to give them premium access to some apps. I did all those things, but finally settled on video editing. So right currently, I'm a video editing coach with students and the community. I have a course of my own, and I'm currently editing videos for some of the big names in the company too. It was because of video editing that I got to meet EJ on personal levels now with MGH.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
that's like a brief rundown of my
Absolutely.
story.
Absolutely. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Grace, did you want to ask the question?
Nice. I mean, I commend. Let me commend your your confidence. I can hear that you're an amazing teacher already. I want to even buy your course already, So I love
Yeah.
I love when people know what they want and they go for it and they do what they have to do. So in the question I would ask you is that you have people already in your age group, in your age bracket. So let's bring it back to the topic that we have on ground. It's never too young. You mentioned something about entering something for the wrong
Wrong reason.
reasons, right?
Mm.
So there are many people out there, as much as this is a very wonderful thing. You're teaching people how to edit videos, you're teaching people how to make their own money. For me, that's the best thing that can happen to anyone doing something legitimately. Now, how about people in this age group that would say that they want to make money, but they don't know how to sit down and be doing all this video editing or this thing? I want you to talk to people in that group. Like, video editing is not something, I don't know if it's easy now, but I just want you to talk to a group of people that, instead of sitting down to learn a skill, they will tell you that it's too hard. What would you say to such a person? I want you to throw more light on in that area, talking to teenagers or people in that area that are like, okay, I'm sure there are several ways to make money. Why would I want to sit down to do
Learn the skill.
skills, videos, and all of that? What do you have to say to such people in that area? Do you understand my question?
Okay. Yeah, of course. That's a beautiful question. Thank you very much. Um, First of all, most of the reasons why, with what I've seen already, most of my friends, uh, they are either doing one thing or the other, and is not strictly video editing. To be okay, very funny fact: my friends that I really know, my close friends, and my normal age group, none of them actually do video editing. In as much as that is what I teach, they all have their different things going on for them. Okay, and anybody that still questions the reason why they should be making money online, that's someone that is saying, why will I sit down to start editing videos? I feel, from my own perspective, I think they're already in a comfortable zone. That's why. Because what still motivates me till now to move into the workspace, to open that, even when I'm not feeling the vibe at all, even when I'm tired, even when I'm very, very hungry, is that goal to attain financial freedom for myself and my family. Okay. So someone that still isn't under that pressure to wake up every morning and try to do something definitely has maybe an uncle that sends steady allowance every week, or you have parents that are always checking up on you. If you say you have headache, they'll send you $300 to buy paracetamol. That is the kind of, that's, from me, that is what I see, someone that is not under that pressure. Do you understand? But for people that actually want to learn how to make money online, and they're asking, is it only video editing? No, of course, it's not only video editing. Let me just zoom out a bit, so I will not just niche down on video editing. Basically, the world, in our world now, it's way easier to make money than it was in the past, because of the digital age. We're in the digital age. People can, when you hear people say others can sit down in the comfort of their home to make money, it is not a lie. It is not a lie. And from my experience, because of course I've fallen into these for Ponzi schemes and everything. From my own experience and what I've heard other people talk about, the best way right now for a young person that doesn't have enough money to spend or to waste, the best way to start making money online is to learn a skill, is to learn a high income skill. There are lots of ways to make money. You can make money through forex, you can make money through real estate, you can make money through crypto. There are a lot of ways. Affiliate marketing, there are a lot of businesses you can venture into. But most of these businesses, not all, most of them require
Capital.
sophisticated capital, monetary capital. Okay, so you can't say you want to move into forex and you don't have anything, you don't have any money, you just want to move into it. It's not going to favor you at all, because first of all, you're going to be acting under pressure and desperation. So all this, what people don't understand most of the time, or what others don't want to explain to younger people, is they are money making businesses and they are money multiplying businesses. This forex, real estate, and all these things are money multiplying businesses. You have to have the capital already. So for someone that says, I don't want to learn a skill, you honestly don't have any other option. Yes, quite all right, there are some businesses that you can start with no money at all. But do you want to go through the stress of still dabbling into the waters to find that perfect business, or to start with yourself? Because the most valued asset now, actually, after time, should be people. Because you can see people hold concerts, you can see Davido, all these people, they are holding concerts, and millions of people are streaming, thousands of people are filling up the spaces. They are not coming to see a cartoon, they are coming to see a person. And because that person has put in the work and the time on themselves, on himself or herself, to become as valuable as he or she is now. So learning a skill is adding value to yourself, and that's the best thing you can do. There are skills you can learn. There are high income skills like copywriting, writing to sell, of course. There's video editing, there's Facebook ads, there's selling, sales. That's like the ultimate skill, because you can have all these skills, and if you don't have the skill of selling, you'll not be able to make as much money. There's graphic design. There are lots of skills you can venture into, and let me shock you, most of these skills are free to learn. I never paid a dime to learn video editing. I didn't pay a dime to learn video editing. Okay, I didn't learn from anybody at all. I was just practice. I kept on practicing. When I started getting the hang of it, of course, I started watching YouTube videos and everything. But like, to start and to get at least to 30% competency, I never paid a dime. I never learned from anybody. Okay, so skills are very easy because they are courses, they are free courses. You must have heard of free courses. Okay, so for you that is starting now, it's not a must you learn video editing. Check to Google, there are other high paying skills you can learn. Equip yourself, become so good with these skills that when you call a price, as I've seen people that charge thousands of dollars just to edit a video, something that will not take them up to an hour, but because they've gotten so good at it. Okay, they've gotten so good at it, that's why they're able to confidently charge that much. So yeah, there are
Wait,
there are
what
lots
city
of
are you
skills.
in? Where are you? What city are you? Where are you?
I'm in Enugu.
Wow, that's interesting. My nephews will be angry that where did Auntie go and find this uncle from now? Because what I'm going to do is, when next they ask me for money, I'll send them your this thing. Go and learn. Tell me how much, and once you learn it, you come. Because it's so easy for me. What I'm hearing you say is that not even children, not even young people, even adults.
Yes.
This is not just for you're too young. And in fact, let me just keep quiet, because what I was just hearing was that, look, there are many people that are out there that are sitting on their old skills, what they've always known, and they're refusing to update themselves,
Adapt.
upgrade, get to that level where their digital skills, because like you rightly said, digital skills, we are getting to that point where you become an illiterate. The next level of illiteracy is digital. It's on it's IT. If you say you're intelligent, you're smart, you're whatever, tell me what you know how to do when it comes to IT, or what when it comes to the digital space. All right,
Technology.
over to you,
Right.
the energetic. You've answered my question. Thank you very much, Philly.
Yeah, thank you very
Fantastic.
much for that question.
Fantastic. I love how you answered the question, Philly. And again, like Gracie, you said, it speaks to everyone, not just young people. But again, if you're a young person watching this is coming to you, like, you really have no excuse. And like he said, when he said there are some of these skills that there are several ways to make the money, and there are some that is capital intensive. But if you don't have money, you have to have time. You have to have one of the two to be able to equip yourself, right? So if you don't have money, so for example, say your parents cannot currently afford to maybe send you to Bang Bang Dim Dim school, the best university and everything. What can you learn with your hands that you can start to do to exchange value, because really making money is exchange of value. And there's one important thing you said, which even some of us who have gone ahead, we've done a bit of this and that, but we're still mastering the skill of selling, not because we don't have skills, because it is one thing to have the skill. It is a totally different ball game to sell the skill, to be able to exchange it for money. And like you said, to even get to the point where you are able to negotiate your worth. There are people who can do the same editing. The person you just called is calling thousands of dollars now. They can do the same level of efficient and excellent editing, and they don't even know how to price themselves. Like they will even beg you anything you have, just give me. Why? Because they still have not understood how to sell. So Phily, my next question to you is, when it comes to selling, can you, with your experience so far in teaching other people even how to make money, what is your experience with selling? And did you ever struggle with the concept of selling, or did you latch onto it immediately? And what has worked for you when it comes to selling?
Okay, amazing question there. Of course, I've messed up when it comes to selling. I started with graphic design. And when I used to edit, when I used to create design flyers for people, I do charge 500 naira. So that was like a, what will I put now? It wasn't a very good thing at all for me, because I was scared of charging high. I used to charge 500 naira per flyer. Flyers that would take me literally a whole day, because I was still starting. Literally a whole day. And when I finally send in the flyer, and the person would be like, how much? How much was one of the deadliest, the most dreadful questions I used to hear at that time. So whenever they say how much, I'll type 1,000 naira and drop my phone. My friends in my lodge used to remember that time. I'll drop my phone. I'll be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So one thing I noticed with people is they smell confidence from afar, even
Right.
over the phone. Like it's something that just oozing. So when I type that 1,000 naira, someone will literally open their mouth and say, "Ha, that is too much." I'll be like, "Okay, sorry," and type, "Oh yeah, 500 naira." Do you see the decrease? The decrease. It really happened. It really happened. I'll type, "Oh yeah, 500 naira." They'll be like, "Okay, send your account number." I'll send.
Sure.
And that's the way I went on for 3 months, 4 months, till I started learning about selling. Okay. And one thing I'll say now is, even till now, there are some prices that I've never accustomed to calling. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
with the advice I'm going to give now is both what has worked for me and what I'm still practicing now, and I'm 100% sure it will work for me, is just getting so good at what you do. Get so good at what you do that nobody can refuse your offer. I've seen it. And the reason why I say this is, I've seen some videos that when I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, what's this? Like I can do way better than this. What's this person doing? And when I hear the figures behind that video, I'm like, what? Someone literally charged 200,000 naira for this 1 minute video. That if you give me this video, I'll transform a lot in this video. 200,000 naira. Now when someone now meets me again to do a similar video for that, I'm not going to charge 200,000 naira. I'm going to charge way higher than 200,000 naira, because I know I can deliver more than that. That's where the confidence comes in. And that confidence, what I define confidence as, is just standing on existing proof of what you've done in the past. That's where confidence comes from. It doesn't come from shouting motivational words at the mirror every morning, though that contributes. But where confidence, unshakable confidence, comes from is standing on existing proof of what you've done before. So because of videos I've done in the past, I've edited in the past, that's why I'm confident enough to charge. And when someone, you'll be in that kind of situation where you know what you're bringing to the table, and you're able to communicate it fluently to that person, accurately to that person. So if you want to you learn skills today. When you learn a skill today, I'm telling you, if you edit a video today, in next 6 months, you come back to that video and laugh, no matter how good the video is looking. I remember the time I edited the video and I posted The first YouTube video I edited, I posted it and I was shouting. It took me 13 hours because it literally took me 13 hours to edit it. I was shouting, it took me 13 hours. That was last year, October, November. And right now, if I went back to that video and I saw 1,000 things I could add to that video. So something that is looking so good in your eye now would definitely look whack. Because why? Because you're getting better. So for you to be able to charge more, when you start, don't focus on calling humongous amounts. No, start small. Okay, if you're editing videos, start by charging 5,000 naira. Just know that in next 3 months you're going to be way better than this. In next 3 months you're not going to charge 5,000 naira. So start with charging 5,000 naira. If anybody tells you you're charging cheap, it doesn't matter. Just do that so that your price will be a motivation for you to get better on what you're doing. You know that the only time you're permitted to increase your price is when you get better at what you're doing. So the hack to charging high amounts, humongous amounts, and getting paid immediately. There's a difference. There's a difference between charging high and the difference between charging high and getting paid immediately. You can drop your 150,000 naira for a video there and to stay there 3 months, 4 months, nobody will come. Exactly. Because they've seen the nonsense you're doing in the past. So it's not about charging high, it's about being good at what you're doing. So that when you charge high, it will look small in their head. Okay,
Absolutely.
so get very good at what you're doing. I'm still doing, learning more video editing. I'm working to get into that place where I can call a price that it will be so shocking to an average man, but someone will still pay me and I'll go and deliver excellently. Okay, so just get good at what you're doing so that you'll be able to charge very well.
Love it.
Thank
oh my
you.
gosh, I love it. Grace, you want to say something?
It reminds me of when I attempted to learn how to sew. So when I was learning how to sew, the woman would tell me what he's saying. I just want to speak to what he's saying, which is very true. Even as coaches and the work we do, people would prize us because what we do is not tangible. It's not what you hold
Tangible,
in your hand.
yes.
You know, so people don't rate it. You know, when I started coaching the first year, fresh from coaching school, I would even do free. It's free. It's always free, in fact. And as a matter of fact, there's a place for that. You need to do something for a very long time because it's actually not free. It's just like what we call free is an opportunity to have people to practice with. If you go to medical school, once you're done, you see those patients that would avail themselves. So housemanship. So that is exactly what it is. So most times when I'm offering something for free or I'm doing something for free, I don't follow that statement that they say that's okay. As if you don't, that means you're not sure of yourself. That's like, no, I know.
No,
that's
I
not
have my reason.
I'm doing, I have my, well, if you know my reason, you will just help me keep quiet. Well, but the thing is, I love, Phily, you're so intelligent and I'm loving what I'm hearing because already I can tell that with this pace, if you keep going, you know, the sky is just going to be your starting point. And I hope that this, because what you're saying is not just to the skill you have right now. Knowing these things would help you in whatever skill, whatever thing you find yourself doing. So this is just what it takes to be able to move to the next level. And for me, I you know, I'm as a personal development coach, I was just hearing growth. The process of growth in your statement, how you were charging 500, it was laughable to you at that time. That was the best you could do at the time. And if you had started, so some people don't know where to, and I loved how you balanced it when you said that it's not, look, I love when I know some people that because they have learned some of these things, that people prize you based on how much you tell them. They will now be giving you trashy something and then they'll give you big amounts. That thing, you can lose more money in that area for the rest of your business, that the circle of your business will never get it. Yeah. So there's always a place for wisdom, knowing when to apply wisdom. All right. So I'll give you an example. There was this person that I hired. I wanted them to do something for me. And then I had person A. The person, because of this mindset of, because it's small money, the person don't know what thing they do. You know, again, I would say nothing is cast on stone. Every time you want to hear that, okay, it's the money, it's the quality that is the money that
determines the quality.
Yeah, it's not the case all the time. All right. So
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to hire someone, but because the person wasn't really so confident, it's not like the person didn't know what they were doing, but the person had issues with the selling part and not with their craft. They were like, hey, yeah. And, I'm like that as well. I would look beyond the money. I'll be like, oh, even if I am super good, I would look at the person that can the person really afford this thing, or can this, I used to have that pity kind of thing in my head. So I think some people come from that angle. So this person did not price me very well. And I was like, because I wasn't sure, no, it's not like somebody referred that person, but I wanted to just try the person. I was not like, this person, they call this amount. This person is a bit this thing. So I now went and I had someone that was very confident, I'm like, but they do it. Say, well, you can go there and, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay. And that psychology, there's a way that
Yes.
psychology works in such a way that you'll be like, okay, this person will know how
This
to do
person
it.
knows what
In
they
the
what they're
psychology of
doing.
selling, there are people that will buy things because of the amount, not necessarily. You will see, that this thing is aba, it's not good though, but because the money on it is very high, they will decide to
That's
buy
what.
that one. When I paid that money for that work, I say,
Don't enter
oh
one
my
chance.
God, I don't enter one chance. This person was confident. This person was a very good, and I give it to that person, a very good salesperson, but a very
They
trashy
didn't
product at
deliver.
the end of the day.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
so I just wanted to just
Balance it.
balance that thing you said. I love it. So as long as you know what you're worth, and you know what you're giving, you can start with that. And some people is a trap. They will cost more money for you to enter.
Yes.
Once you
Yes.
enter, hey, yaga, 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 and you get used to their work, the next one they will call for you. There's somebody that is doing that to me right now. He called me, he lured me with cheap amounts, and then now I'll say, if to say that like this, but because I'm used to the person's work now, I don't even know how to leave the person. So there are different strategies to these things. So the question I want to ask you, Philly, is where do you draw the line, so that this doesn't distract so some students? Now it's something that I'm dealing with because I work with teenagers. A lot of parents are complaining that some teenagers are not focusing on their studies because they are
Because of making
hustling to,
money. Mm.
yeah, how to make
Yeah.
money and all of that. So it's like a drift. So they're giving the parents mommy, Gen Z kind of thing. You don't have to, it's not school and everything. But for the parents, they don't understand that because they know that if you're grounded, at least if you have your education, you can always learn these
It's
things
still a
and all of
plus.
that.
It's an
So there's a
advantage all
battle.
the
Yeah. So there's a
time.
battle in that area. So what would you say, to probably a parent that's watching this right now, because we'll share this, and I'm sure many parents might be struggling with their children, trying to do all sorts and not focusing on their education. What do you have to say to that?
Okay, thank you very much for that beautiful question. Um, what I'll just say, most of the times, the decisions parents make for their young ones, their children, is just is they think that this is what is right for my child. Let's say a woman, she has a child, Ngozi, she said this is what is right for Ngozi, and that's through her perspective. But if you zoom out very well, most of the times, like it's 80% of the time, parents make decisions based on what, when it comes to this school education, based on what they want, reflection of what they want. Okay, you see a parent always shouting at her child to study and study, but if you go deeper, when you ask her, okay, why do you want him to do this, why do you want her to do this, she'll tell you, yeah, I want him to be successful and everything. But if you go deeper, most of the times what they actually want is to be called mama doctor, mama lawyer. They want that feeling. Okay, they've seen it happen for other people, and that's why they bench on these things, that they claw on their children to do all these things. So what I would like to add, what I would say to a parent, of course there are different parents that have different reasons, so I'll just say what I told my mom, and it's worked out. She gave me the space, she gave me the, because honestly I would actually want to even thank my people that are my close environment, my family, because they actually played a huge role. So what I told my mom at that time was, what I used to do that time was paint a scenario. I'll be like, do you want to one day you're tired, and I'll just call you on phone and be like, what's that? You tell me you're tired, and at that spot I'll book a flight for you. You go to this place, and I'll be like, yes, 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 all those things. And
I love it.
and so that scenario, I've painted that scenario, and I'll be like, okay, this would only happen if I'm doing this. But drawing a thin line between education and entrepreneurship, parents should allow children test out the waters. There are some children that are not good in school, and because of the way our society is now, if you're not good in school, you're not good at all in anything. And
Hmm.
that's where our parents were raised, but that's not the way we want to be raised. It worked then, it's not working again. Okay, so I would advise parents to allow their children test out. When your child approaches you and says that they want to do this, it doesn't mean they are dropping out of school. It doesn't mean they are not interested in school. It doesn't mean that they are not interested in you thinking out for them. It means they just want to pursue their dreams. Most children, their dreams are not in the certificates. They want to make bigger impact. They want to do something. They want to render their service. They want to give themselves out through something. And you now hindering it would only in the long run develop hatred. Because I've seen not real life though, but like online documentaries and some things, children that later grew up hating their parents. Okay, and when you check it, is because of very minute things, very very small things, that at that time they thought their parents were helping them. At that point the parents thought they were helping their children, but they know that they were pushing them down, suppressing their gifts, their talents inside, all because of, I want you to go to school and I want you to graduate with a degree. That's all. That's
Hmm.
all I want for your life. And now the child, because we've grown up believe our parents, we just believe, okay, that's the right thing. Now when you grow up and you start looking for job and you start looking for jobs, you don't find job, you don't see this one, who will you go back to blame? You go back to blame the person that told you this is the best route. And that's not what a parent wants, a child hating you. Okay, so I would just advise parents to give them a chance. Okay, let them start small. What you should be doing as a parent is not hindering them, is trying to find a way they can balance it with their education. That is you helping out. So instead of telling them to forget entrepreneurship completely, try to figure out, sit down with them. Okay, now you're doing this thing, how are you balancing it with your studies? They'll tell you, be like, no, this is the best way to do it. That is what parents should be doing in this current age. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think that's my contribution to that. I pray they hear
Hmm.
me and listen to me.
And but so is it safe to say that they can actually do both and thrive?
Yes, of course, I'm a
Well,
student. I'm still in school. I'm a
What are
student.
you
I'm still in school. I'm a
studying?
medical student. I'm
wow,
studying
let
human
me
anatomy.
see. Are you serious? Really?
You know
No,
why
no,
I
no.
Wow.
I'm
shouted?
studying human
I
anatomy.
shouted because wow, I shouted because nobody can give me an excuse because medical students are like, for me sometimes I'm happy for
Yeah,
you by the
yes.
way, because I'll be like, do you have a life outside book? Do you have a life outside your books? It's that question. I'm so happy that you're not there are some courses that you can juggle both. So nobody would some
Fish
if
me.
anybody comes to tell me that but what the course I am studying is not going to help me. I mean, you just shattered
Yes.
that
Yes.
table. Well done, good job. I mean, well done.
Thank you.
And you
Welcome.
sound like you're not even
Welcome.
going to practice medicine at the end of the day.
Yeah, no comment. No comment.
That does not get money. Oh, hey. Some of them, yeah, let me just keep quiet before they come for me.
but
Anyways,
but
over
that's the
to you, the
thing.
energetic.
Yeah, but that's the beautiful thing here is I love when you said, see, at the end of the day, let us as parents, let's work on collaborating with our kids and saying, okay, this is what you want to do. Can we meet halfway? Because like you said, I agree with the fact that it might not be always the truth, but most of the times our own parents, they're living their lives through us. Some of them couldn't maybe get into university to study what they wanted to study, so they're like, my children go to school where I no go. But what if your children don't want to go to school? And I love how I don't know where you learned it from, but that's a good one. The picture painting, the vision, selling the vision to your parents to say, okay, mom, dad, please sit down. And again, this is deeper than here. It's not even conversation we want to have now because we're wrapping up. But because it tells me not every parent even allows them to converse with them, to have a dialogue, to the point where the child is trying to paint the picture of what they have in their head so that I can give you a ground for you to negotiate with them, right? So I hope that parents will listen to this and find ways to really sit down with your kids and say, what is the end goal? Because that's the most important thing. Yes, they say the end justify the means, Abi. Fine. What is the end goal? You want them to be successful. Okay. Do they want to be successful? Yes. You want them to be financially free. Do they want to be financially free? Yes. Okay. What are the routes available? Because again, like you said, this school thing is, yes, I still want to go to school to be educated, to have a certificate, just in case, But if they have an entrepreneurial spirit, you want to support them. If they have a creative spirit, those are the musicians, the artists, the travelers, the jumpers, the dancers, those ones that adventurous people. And you'll be wondering how will this fetch money? But the truth is, most times, if we sit down with these children and really speak to them and hear them paint the picture of what is in their heads, we will be able to guide them, to support them, and to help them every time they hit a roadblock. I'm so blessed, so blessed, to be experiencing that with my own son, right? Because again, I can see it. He's a dreamer. I can see he's a dreamer. But again, we also have all this different personality. There are people who are dreamers. When it comes to execution, zero. So if they don't have that support system to help them execute, they will dream forever. And that's what's happening to some families now, to even couples. You will see the husband is a dreamer, the wife is also a dreamer. Both of you are dreaming together. We'll do this, we'll do that, and do that, and do that. But okay, nobody is sitting down to strategize. Okay, how do we get there? It's fine to dream. It's fine to envision. My dad was someone like that as well. And at some point, it made me just give up on dreaming. I just like, what's the point? Because at the end of the day, it's going to be disappointment. But that was the wrong route for me. For me, what I could have done, but I had not learned what I know now, is probably fix myself in places where I can see people actualizing their dreams so that I can know that there are different ways to actualize their dreams. So again, it's a conversation that we can have forever, but please, thank you, Phily Mona, for sharing. Parents, have a dialogue with your kids. They can have a part of both worlds. They can have an entrepreneurial spirit and still be educated, and they can have a creative spirit and still be able to, find a way to marry it to earn money from it if you give them the support. Because sometimes, especially for creative ones, they need that space. They don't need people to always choke them, or put that, like, shove something down their heads. But when you give them the space, they would come, they would find a way, they would create a means to balance it as well. So again, let's try to work together. And just remember, if you're a young person watching this or listening to this, you are not too young to start making money online. But one of the most beautiful ways to make it, there are several ways, but one of the most beautiful ways, from what Phily is telling me, is learning a skill. And that's because all the other ones, if you go the capital route, if your capital crashes, you need to find a way to raise another capital. But your skill, if anything happens, your skill is still your skill. You've learned it. You might lose money, but you'll be able to go back to do the same thing that helped you make the money in the first place. So learning skill is something that is like, it stays with you forever. They can take away your money. You can lose your money. You can lose everything. But if you still have your skill, you can start again. But guess what? You will not even be starting from zero at that point. You'll be starting from existing protocol, just like you said, existing. Stand on that and build your confidence on what you've been able to do. So thank you so much for being a part of the conversation. Grace, do you have any final words before you come on, Grace? Let me just shout out to everyone on the conversation. Odiwoma, I see you on YouTube. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. Currently on Instagram, I see you, House of 𝐘𝐨𝐮𝐫, Tech Savvy Lady, Emmanuel Obonlua. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation. And on LinkedIn, I see a couple of people there, but only Minerva the Gabriel has said something. Thank you. And everyone who is watching on LinkedIn, thank you for being a part of the conversation. Over to you, Gracie.
Thank you so much. This topic, I think we will touch on this for a while, because I think it's going to really change a lot of mindsets. It would help, to help us change the narrative. Even though some people are struggling to understand this, I think we would need to touch on this. I think in this month of April, I think we'll just bring people that would help us open our minds to understanding some of these things. So that's all I would say. Well done. Very thank you so much, Phily, for joining us. And yes, I'm definitely going to do something, work with you.
Yay!
Yeah, I'll definitely work with you.
Phily, quickly, before we say bye-bye, can you tell us how to connect with you? How can people connect with you?
Oh, thank you very much. Funny enough, my name is like a special name. I haven't seen anybody with the name. So it's just, if you want to connect with me on social media, Phily Mona _ on all platforms. Phily Mona, PHILYMONA _ on all platforms: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So yeah, thank you very much. I'm really excited. I'm going to eat very well this night for being on this platform. Thank you very, very much.
You have done well.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Keep growing, keep impacting, keep spreading the word, and keep helping other young people see the light, because again, that's how we make the world go round.
Before you leave, so what's your offer? Yes. Sorry, we want you to give an offer to someone that watched this show on this platform. So if you have an offer for something you just do for us for the purpose of our viewers, what would you offer to someone that wants to learn video editing or anything that you have? What's the offer? What would they get as a result of watching this show?
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. Let's see. Currently, VR, that's my video editing course, is on the marketplaces for 15,000 naira, and we do host masterclass series every week, every Sunday, which is paid for too, but free for the community members. So for anyone that would like to, I'll just take just 2 people from this platform, okay, that would want to learn video editing from me and also join my community and the masterclass series for completely half the price. Okay, so instead of 15,000 naira and paying 20,000 naira monthly fee for the masterclass series, you'll be getting everything for just 7,500. Okay, that's for Nigerians.
So grab it, just tell them you got it. You watched Your Voice, Your Impact, and it would verify. If that person is.
Yes. Can I call my number or my WhatsApp number?
Take it away. Yeah, call your number, please.
Okay, so just please, if you're messaging me, tell me you're from Your Voice, Your Impact, please. Okay, and you must be enrolling today. No postponing. No. So 090 668 74204. You reach me on WhatsApp with that number 090 668 74204. I can't wait to have you.
Can they also reach you via any of your social media? Because in case they didn't catch the number, they can catch your name, Phily Mona.
Okay, of course.
Saying, can I get the offer? Emmanuel Obonlua is saying, can I get the offer? So Emmanuel Obonlua, if you want to get the offer, just go on Phily Mona, PHILYMONA _ on Instagram. Send him a message now and say you were on Your Voice, Your Impact live broadcast and you would like to get the offer. So any other person who wants to get it, the second person who wants to get the offer, just reach out to Phily Mona on Instagram right now and say you just finished watching Your Voice, Your Impact with energetic EJ and Gracie, so that Grace So Amazing, let me know inside house name, Grace So Amazing, that you want to get the offer Phily Mona is giving for just 7,500 naira instead of 35,000 naira, because it's supposed to be 15 and then 20 for the master classes, and it's giving you all for 7.5. Well done, Phily Mona. You don't practice well. Very good one. And thank you, Gracie, for
Thank
plugging
you.
that in. That's
Thank
fantastic.
you very much.
Awesome. All right, guys.
All right.
We'll come your way again next week with another interesting conversation. This is Your Voice, Your Impact. Remember, you have a voice, and your voice is meant for impact. Don't be silent. Use it. Impact your world. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.